What's up, everyone? Welcome to today's video, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about my summer schedule. And I'm very excited to try to put something down for this because during the school year my life is ruled by alarms. Especially the last, since spring break, I was a little bit of everywhere. And the only way I would remember where I needed to go next is I set an alarm and I named that alarm. Go to kindergarten, go to first grade, go to fifth grade, go to third grade, go to kindergarten. So my thought to myself was, why can't my summer schedule be something like that? It doesn't need to be necessary. Ow. My ankle popped. Why my summer schedule doesn't need to be that strict, that structured, but it does need to have some structure to it, because if I don't have that structure, I'm not getting anything done. So I asked ChatGPT, well, not ChatGPT, it would have been Gemini, which is what I have on my phone, to create me a summer schedule. Let me share with you what it came up with. Expecting to get an hourly breakdown when I asked it to give me a schedule, but it did. I have modified it a little bit because since I asked it to create it for me, we have found out Sam's summer work schedule. He is working over at McPherson Hospital in admin work, so he has to be there by 8. He does want to get up and run in the mornings when it's cooler. So I kind of adjusted it a little bit, but I had the initial schedule that it gave me to be able to work off of. So here is what my schedule will look like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Now, as always, this is always subject to change. It is not hard set in stone, but it gives me something, to work from. Here we go. So 6 a.m. morning wake up and do some sort of workout video on YouTube. You can find so many workout videos on YouTube. When I think back to my mom, God love her so much. Growing up, and I know squirrel, we had 2 VCR players at home, and our library rented VHS tapes. That's how old I am. But Mom would buy blank VHS tapes, and she would start her workout video and record it onto the VHS player so that she could do it several times, and then she would rewind and record over it. Welcome to my life. But now there's just so many great workouts that you can do on YouTube, and there's everything from a good HIIT workout to getting steps in, just doing something to wake up and start moving my body. This one is kind of subject to change around Sam's schedule because obviously he needs to get going and gone before I do. So sometime around 7, I will get in a shower and then eat breakfast. And then my time is kind of open until around 9 o'clock. And I can use this time. I really want to start making sure that I have dinner prepped in the crock pot so that, especially on days that I have summer theater practice, I don't want to have to turn the oven on when it's already 5,000 degrees outside in Kansas summers. But I can put something in the crock pot. I can catch up on TV shows. I can use it as a little bit of extra reading time. But let me tell you, I will have an alarm set for 9 a.m. when I do my hour of cleaning, and I will set an hour timer, and when it goes off, I am done for that day. And I think this will help. It will help me mentally, just because I'm able to go, okay, I am done. Now here's the thing: if I'm got like a couple little things that I still need to straighten up, I can of course finish that up. I don't have to hard stop and go, oh well, I'm going to leave this pile of trash in the living room. Can't touch it till tomorrow because it's over an hour. I'm not a truck driver. This isn't CDL worthy. And then one of the things I thought was really interesting that it put into my schedule, because the only 2 things I asked for was an hour of cleaning and an hour of reading in the afternoon. It put in working on my travel agency stuff. And I know It's because I've said several times to Sam and to some of my other friends, I really need to do more with my travel agent stuff. I need to focus on that some. So it heard me. It heard me and it called me out in a very, very scheduled way. So for 30 minutes in the mornings, I'm going to work on stuff for my travel agent stuff, whether it's making sure that I'm up to date on trainings, making sure to post something, create some sort of graphic, pull a graphic from Disney Copyright, do something during that 30 minutes. And then another thing that I did not ask it to put in was content creation. It knows that I have a YouTube channel. So you guys know I have two, this one and our main one. And so it wanted me to set and dedicate time to work on it, which I know I don't do enough. So here we are with my Gemini calling me out once again. So around noon, then it will be time for lunch, but lunch is always subject to kind of what is going on, whether I have made something, whether I am making a peanut butter sandwich, whether I am whether I'm eating leftovers, it's just kind of is what it is. Then I have budget from 12:30 to 1:30 that I will dedicate that 1 hour to reading, and I'm very excited to have dedicated time to read my book. Then 1:30 to 2, I have scheduled in lunch cleanup and get ready for play practice. That means, throwing away my paper plates, making sure that everything that I got out for lunch got put away, because I've had to throw away almost a whole brand new thing of cream cheese during this school year because I got distracted doing something else and it got left out, and I was not eating that after it sat out for 8 hours. Bummer. Literally like $3 in the trash. Hey Philadelphia, why is your cream cheese so expensive? And then getting ready for play practice, because more than likely I will be like in just comfortable clothes, pajama pants, may not have a bra on. We're very open on this channel with a lot of, this is a weight loss channel. We're gonna be more open. I'm probably not gonna have a bra on. I'm not required to in the summer unless I'm leaving the house. So it will be getting ready for play practice, putting on a minimal amount of makeup, maybe just some eyeliner, maybe some mascara, maybe some lip gloss, maybe a little bit of blush. I will tell you the theater is warm and I don't want to sweat it all down my body. 3 to 5 is summer theater. So in between 2 and 3, I will have left the house. My parents will pick me up and take me to play practice because Sam obviously will have the car. 3 to 5 is play practice. And it's 2 hours, 3 times a week. And that ends the middle of July. So obviously after summer theater is over, this schedule will change, but that is fine. And then Sam gets off work at 4:30, and so he will leave, obviously, traffic and whatnot, and it's about 35 to 40 minutes from McPherson to Marion, because Marion is another 10 minutes on east from us. I will just stay at the theater because inevitably someone will still be waiting to be picked up and whatnot. So I'll stay at the theater until Sam picks me up. And then have dinner roughly around 6, and then 7 p.m. It called it an evening reset, and I really liked that idea of resetting from the day and kind of preparing for the next. That might mean making sure that Sam's lunch is prepped and ready to go for the next day. That might mean making sure that if I need to do some laundry the next day that I have, because we don't have a washer and dryer in our house. We don't have the hookups for it. We're lucky that our sewer system now works after that fiasco back in March, or in April, I guess it was. We've always either done laundry at my parents' house or the laundromat in McPherson. You've seen it in some of our travel videos. But if I need to do laundry, saying, okay, today's hour of cleaning is literally going to be, I'm going to clean and I'm going to have lunch over at Mom and Dad's, and And then do laundry and then go to play practice or whatnot. So that's just kind of, part of evening reset. It might mean playing a board game, watching Banana Ball, watching a movie, whatever. Whatever we deem or I deem as an evening reset. Now, Tuesdays and Thursday, and that's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tuesday, Thursday will look pretty much the same, minus summer theater practice. And like I said, kind of earlier in the video, those afternoons that I don't have that, I will have an additional hour of cleaning time in the afternoon. And cleaning for that hour could basically be, hey, I need to refresh the living room and fluff pillows and make sure the trash is picked up and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't mean I'm going to be on the baseboard scrubbing with a scrub brush. Now, on top of all of that is softball, baseball for rec. Sam is an umpire, and so he will be working some evenings doing that. On evenings that he does that, if I have summer theater practice before that, he will stop at home and change clothes out of his work clothes because he has to wear business professional, and he's not wearing business professional out to the ball field. I will just be picked up by mom and dad and go to their house. I will have something ready for us to eat before we go to the ball diamond, and then he'll umpire. Then we will come home at whatever time that is. Now, is this going to, in theory, work? Yes, in theory, it's going to work. Is it going to be fail-safe? Absolutely not. It is always subject to change, and it will probably not work as well in real life as it looks on paper. But I'm going to give it a try. I will tell you how it works. And you're probably going, okay, Lena, what does this have to do with your weight loss? I feel like part of my weight loss journey is reminding myself that self-care is important. Self-care for me looks like reading a book. Self-care for me looks like sitting on my computer on Pinterest and finding a new recipe to share, whether it's on this channel, whether it's on the main channel. Self-care to me looks like planning for vacation, which mainly that's the other channel. But I wanted to share it over here because so many people think, oh, I don't have time. I need to focus on my workout. Do I read for an hour, or could I be, lifting weights for that hour? Could do both if you use Audible. Hey, Audible would love to be sponsored, by the way. But is doing both at the same time really self-care? Is it stopping everything you're doing and taking a moment to breathe for yourself? Now, for some people it is. They're like, oh, the only time I feel like I can really breathe is while I'm at the gym or on my run or whatnot. And that's fine. But that's not how that works for me. So making this a schedule and putting it here and making sure that I am taking care of myself means that I am going to be rested, relaxed, and in fantastic mental state to go back to school in August. So, like I said, summer theater ends in July. And obviously what we call Tech Week, which is the week of July 19th. This schedule goes out the window because I have play practice every day. We have dress rehearsal, we have mic checks, we have everything, because this is a production. This isn't kids looking at a piece of paper and reading to you on the stage. We treat this as the same as we do for our high school students. We order a script. Each participant will get a script, and they'll give it back at the end so that, like, maybe in 3 or 4 years when we do this production again, we don't have to buy books. Work smarter, not hard. It's just very chaotic that week, and so that week the schedule goes out the window. But we've got a few days before that happens. So here we go. But that's it for this video. Kind of thank you for letting me ramble and share with you what my morning or my daily schedule looks like. And like I said, I had Gemini make me a schedule. So I'm sure that ChatGPT or, you know, Siri or all of those can do it too. So if you are like, I just don't know, I don't know how to get myself going into a schedule, ask Gemini to make you one, because it has been great, and I'm really looking forward to my schedule. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.